Yeah, ladies, if you're familiar with Always Radiant, they come in a regular size. I wish I could show it to you all. Maybe I could find some. Un momento, por favor. Got that Braxton P. heart debris going on. I probably sound nowhere near him. Look, I'm not a big burly dude, not even a nerdy guy like that. But said all that to make a point. If you're used to seeing Always Radiant, scented or unscented, you're familiar with the pink and purple box, right? What you're seeing here is a pocket size, here's a pocket size version of their Flex Foam pads. Same thing, pocket size. They're smaller. This is a new thing on the scene here as far as feminine hygiene. Bars! That came off as a villain laugh. It's not a villain laugh. I promise you it's not. Devil is a liar. Anywho, this is Always Pocket Flex Foam. And it's a full-size pad. It's just pocket-sized. So you know how Always has, or is it Tampax has the Tampax Pearl, and it's this small, and it's put in packaging that kind of resembles maybe it could pass for candy. Always has got that going on now. Here's a pocket size of what would be their regular size. It's just, I guess, folded like that in half. Hopefully they ain't fold things in half like that. They're packaged quite differently, as you can see on the back of the packaging. They're giving a little bit of how it would supposed to. I just hope they still give like they're supposed to give. You see what I'm saying? They do come in the same same level of absorbencies as far as what I saw in size 1, yellow. So here's the thing. If you're just getting into and you're just having your period, maybe you're a parent of a teenage daughter and you're like, you're still trying to get her to get used to it. Or maybe you are the teenage girl watching it. That's fine. Hi, name is Jessica. I teach people how to smell good all day long. Bonus is I love Jesus. I would, here's the FI. Pads across brands normally come color coded, which describes the level of absorbency you're going to get. For your teenage daughter, if she's just starting off, this is a bit of a bonus tip within this while I'm talking about the Always Pocket Flex Foam full-size pads that's brand new on the scene. This is yellow, what you guys are seeing. So that's regular. That's on the lowest of absorbency. If you're not sure of, if your teenage daughter is not sure, or if you're the young lady watching, you're not sure of the level of flow you're going to have for your menstrual cycle, for your period, then you might want to go with green is super. So yellow, what you guys are seeing is regular. Orange is super plus. Green is super. I would go with super as your highest level of absorbency. That way you're not doing too much. And I would go for overnight, super and overnight levels. I barely see any medium, anything in the middle. I forgot what they call those. You just normally see yellow, regular, and green super. Tampax has the super plus, and I think Always may have it in a few select pads, not necessarily. Do they have it in the Radiant? Yeah, they have it. Always Radiant comes in super plus, or either it's called overnight. That's what I would head off to until you begin to study month to month what your menstrual cycle is like, as far as how heavy your flow is. And when I say how heavy your flow is, meaning how fast do you go through pads or how fast do you go through tampons. If you're afraid of, you're nervous about tampons, I would start with the heaviest absorbency of pads. Super. Start right there. Just go ahead and bypass regular if you don't want to be going through them and it leaks and you're scared of it getting on your clothes, and maybe you like wearing white pants, yellow pants, jeans, or whatever. You know, you want something that feels secured. Or just go straight for the period underwear, disposable. Anywho, we're not talking about that. So I like that they put in a pocket size, because you want it to be that when you come out with your feminine hygiene kit, I got a video on my community tab. I'm gonna post it again so it'll be on the top of it by the time you guys see this video. This is one of the things you need to have in your feminine hygiene kit. You need pads, 2 of every absorbency. 2 regular, yellow label. Look for the yellow label for regular. Super if you're not sure what your flow is like, or if your flow switches from time to time and you're a veteran, you may be in your 20s, early 30s or whatever, and you're like, yeah, I'm not sure month to month. Go ahead and just get the stock up. Super plus or super overnight, or just go straight overnight, or look for the equivalent in disposable period underwear and do it. That way you're on the safest side. So that way, if it just, or this month it ain't finna overdo, at least you're covered. It's better to have a higher absorbency and you never fill it up than to go regular and it's like you fill it up and now you got an accident, maybe you out somewhere. And we don't need that, mama. We don't need that, sis. Definitely don't need that. You want to feel secure. You don't want nothing going outside the side. Because, you know, what if you be like, you know what? I'm on my menstrual cycle. I want to wear, I'm using this for example, a quick dramatization. I want to wear the white pants. I suggest you not to do it. Or brighter color shade of pants or jeans. You better make sure you have something secured. Super plus or overnight. I wouldn't take a chance with regular. I'm just showing you what always just launched not too long ago. Zero fill, zero leaks. Me personally, I wouldn't trust the regular level. Even if you do know what your menstrual cycle flow is like month to month, or you're not sure, I would head for the green label, which is labeled super. That is the universal labeling that they have across both pad and tampon absorbency. Orange tends to be super plus or overnight. So I'm just letting you know what it is. I think they did away with the middle portion between regular and super. I forgot what color shade that is. I guess they just did away with it altogether. Like, okay, we're not finna do this. I don't know why they would do away with it, because there's some people that probably have. So some of us ladies that have medium absorbency, you know, it changes. It also changes, you know, it's not the exact same days as it normally. You see what I'm saying? And that's why you have to get used to your body. So that this information is also not only for parents if you're watching of a teenage daughter, maybe she just started or it's been a few years and she's still learning herself. If you're the young lady watching, that's the advice I have for you. But I have plenty of other videos talking about that you could apply to just help you get started so you can be in the best shape where you're not having accidents, because accidents ain't cute. Accident make you want to go home. Accident make you like, I don't want nobody to see me or talk to me. You can just call me on the phone. You can call me on the cell phone. Okay? No song reference. I ain't trying to get copyright straight. That's why I be singing stuff off key on purpose. Yeah. But if you want pocket size of pads, just like the Tampax does their Tampax Pearl, you can get this. Packaging is super cute. When I think about love, it's one of the bravest things that you can do. It is patient, it is kind, it does not envy or boast, and it'll keep you on the coast of not being rude or self-seeking, nor is it easily angered or seething mad, and it keeps no records of wrongs. It has no pleasure in evil, but it rejoices in the truth. And most of all,